Alright guys, my name's Boston. I'm here at Skydive Guam, one of the most premier skydiving facilities in the entire world. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to not only be your tour guide, but I'm going to be your instructor on today's skydive. Now first off, before we go into the office, we'll talk about the COVID-19. We're going to make sure that nobody has any symptoms, temperatures are checked, and everybody is wearing a mask while they're inside. So, now that that's been said, let's go inside and check out the office. Go ahead, follow me, and I'll show you what it takes to make a skydive. Alright, now that we're in the office, we're going to go ahead and we're going to confirm your booking appointment. So if you would, please make sure that you remember to bring your passport, your driver's license, or your ID card. Once your booking appointment is confirmed, we're going to make sure that you go ahead and you sign one of these waivers here. The waiver is basically a legal agreement. Every drop zone, every skydiving facility in the world has one. It just makes sure that you do acknowledge that there is some risk in skydiving. I don't want to alarm you with the risk. All right, we take every safety precaution possible to make sure that your experience is as good as it can be. Don't worry about the waiver being in English. If your English is not that great, we will have it in your native language, no problem. And we'll make sure that you're comfortable with everything and everything is explained to you. Alright, so while you're signing your video, you're going to have the opportunity to upgrade your skydive if you have not already done it. What I mean by upgrade is that we jump from 4 different altitudes. We can jump from 8,000 feet, 10,000 feet, 12,000 feet, or 14,000 feet. That's 4,200 meters. So, if you'd like to upgrade your skydive, now is the time while you're filling out your waiver. Our office staff will explain everything to you. Also, if you've not gotten a video and pictures of your skydive yet, now's the opportunity. Your instructor can wear a camera on the back of their left hand and document the entire experience for you. When we land, we will edit it, we'll make sure that you see it, and then you get it before you leave. So if you'd like any of that, please let us know. We highly suggest you go all the way up, get the camera. Your first skydive only happens once. Plus, you get to see what you look like at over 200 kilometers per hour. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and go through the gear up process. After your waiver is signed and everything's ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get you ready for the skydive by getting your personal belongings put away in one of our secure lockers. We can't bring any personal belongings on the skydive. Anything loose, it could become a hazard, it could become a safety issue for either you, your instructor, or somebody on the ground. So we're going to ask you to store all personal belongings in one of our lockers here. That means no necklaces, no earrings, nothing loose, no watches, no cell phones, things of that nature. I'm going to ask you to just keep them here. If you need goggles to go over your glasses, just let us know. We can get you some of those. Also, we'd appreciate it if you could wear closed-toed shoes, sandals or high heels. Those aren't going to work. If you do show up with one of those things, we can provide you with shoes. So, let's go ahead and let's get you in the harness, let's get you in the jumpsuit, and let's get you up in the air. Now that your belongings are all put away, we're going to assign you with the skydiving instructor. Today on this virtual skydive, you are going to be skydiving with me. But when you come out to skydive with us, we're going to assign you with an instructor based on your body size and weight and height and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure that you're comfortable and make sure that you guys have a good time. So just to talk about our staff a little bit, here at Skydive Guam, we have one of the most experienced staffs in the entire world. In order to get your license, in order to be a skydiving instructor, you need at least 500 jumps, and you go through a USPA trained course. Here at Skydive Guam, we don't have a single instructor who has less than 10,000 jumps. So we have one of the most experienced staffs in the entire world to make sure that you are kept safe and make sure that you have a good time. So let's go over how to get geared up. First, we're going to put you in a skydiving jumpsuit. Jumpsuit will go over your clothes, make sure that you're protected, make sure that you're comfortable, and make sure that you look good while you're doing it. After that, we're going to go ahead and get you in the skydiving harness here. This is the harness that you will wear, and this is the harness that the instructor will attach to them while they skydive. Let's go over this harness here in just a minute. Alright, what are you going to wear in the skydive? Now, we ask you that you wear comfortable clothes, maybe t-shirt, shorts, lightweight pants, something of that nature, something that we can make sure that you're comfortable while we put this jumpsuit over you. Okay, you're going to wear a jumpsuit on the skydive just for safety, for protection, and to make sure that you're comfortable. So when you get here, we'll make sure that we have the right jumpsuit for you. After you get the jumpsuit on and we're ready to put the harness on. This is a skydiving harness here. So what your instructor is going to do is your instructor is going to ask you to step in these leg straps here. Once you've stepped in, they're going to go ahead and pull it up. Make sure it goes over your shoulders. We'll adjust the leg straps accordingly. Make sure they're in the right spot. Now after that, your instructor is going to go ahead and tighten everything up appropriately. It will feel a little loose as we walk to the airplane. You don't need to worry about that. We'll make sure that we tighten everything up when we're in the airplane and make sure that you're ready to go. Alright guys, now that you're all geared up, your instructor is going to go ahead and get geared up, and this is one of our parachute systems here at Skydive Guam. We make sure that we use nothing but the best parachute systems here at Guam. Normally, a parachute is retired somewhere in the 3,000 or 4,000 jump range. Here in Guam, we retire parachutes around 1,800 jumps. So you can tell that that's quite a bit less. So we make sure that everything is tip-top, everything is good to go. So let me show you a little bit about this. Basically, as we exit the airplane, your instructor is going to go ahead and pull this drogue parachute. Just make sure that we get a little stable. Make sure that we can have fun with the camera and have a good free fall. Once that's out and everybody's good and everything's fine, around 5,500 to 6,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and pull this. This is the drogue release, and this will open your main parachute. Once the main parachute's open, we will show you how the parachute flies and how it operates and things of that nature, and make sure that you have a comfortable flight on the way down. Now, just in case, we do have a secondary parachute, just in case something happens. No need to worry about that. There's even a computer activated device that will open everything if nobody does anything around 2,000 feet. So your instructor is going to go ahead, make sure that everything is in the places that it needs to be. Make sure all the pins and everything is good. And everything on this parachute is ready to go. So let's go skydive. Alright guys, I'm all geared up. You're all geared up. And we are ready to go to the airplane to do the briefing. So before we get out there, just to let you know, when you come out to do a skydive with us, if you want video and pictures, we're going to go ahead and do that on the back of my left wrist here. And you can wave to the camera, smile, have a good time. For this experience here, for this 360 virtual tour, I'm going to be wearing a helmet that's going to have a camera on top, the 360 GoPro. So you're going to be able to scroll and take the computer screen and scroll back and forth. And you can see everything that is around on Guam. I highly, highly suggest to do that. Guam's a beautiful, beautiful island. So if you would, just scroll back and forth during the skydive and you can see everything that I can see. So let's go to the airplane. Let's go have some fun. Alright guys, this is one of our planes here. We're going to go ahead and get in a minute, but let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a Cessna 208 P750, or PAC 750 is what we call it. So, before we go in there and check out the aircraft, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little safety briefing. So in terms of the skydive here, what we're going to ask you to do is as your instructor brings you down to the door, we're going to ask you to hold on to the front of your harness or keep your hands in front. You go ahead and keep your head back. Once you've done that, go ahead and kick your legs back in between you. Ready, set, go. And we're going to go out of the airplane and everybody's going to arch as much as they can. Now you can go ahead and smile for the camera. Your instructor's holding there. And once they give you a tap tap or a thumbs up, you can go ahead and put your arms up. Feel free to wave to the camera, give a thumbs up, and everything's good. Now, once your instructor wants to pull the parachute, we're going to go ahead and pull the parachute. Go ahead and keep your arms down in front. Once the parachute's open, we'll teach you how to fly the parachute and have a good time. We'll also go over the landing procedure at that point. So just go ahead and pay attention, no big deal. Now, let's go ahead, let's get in that aircraft, let's Let's go for a little skydive. Alright guys, we got to the good point. We're in the airplane. We're ready to go. Let's go skydiving. So when you get in the airplane, you're going to go ahead and you're going to sit right in front of the instructor. Your instructor's going to make sure your seatbelt's on, your harness is done correctly, and that everything's tightened up. Now from this point on, you just get to look out the window and have a good time. Your instructor will take care of everything. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put on my GoPro 360 helmet, and if you'd like to, you can scroll in any direction and see everything that I can see, and see all of Guam and all of what is fun about skydiving at Guam. So we hope to see you soon. Please come out and jump with us. Let's go have some fun.